everybody, welcome to Passionate About Music Education, and I'm Rachel Hardman, and it's really nice to have you back and joining me again. Today we're going to continue talking about self-care and why it's really important for music educators and any educators to do this on a regular basis. We're pretty good at self-care in the holidays, but not so good in the term time, and it's really important that we do that for ourselves. We talk about looking after our colleagues, we talk about the well-being of our children in the classroom and you know how they're coping, but we don't really look after ourselves. So if you want to have a long career in music education and you don't want to have those really bad stress parts or burnout, self-care is really important, and it's something that I'm not very good at or haven't been very good at. And when I look back and reflect on my career, it's generally the times where I probably should have done more self-care was when I was at my most stressed. So we're going to look today at PIES. Sorry about the drawing, but you get the idea, a pie. And PIES is an acronym, and it stands for looking after your physical, intellectual, emotional, social, or spiritual self. And it is something that high performers, business, and life coaches talk about an awful lot, but we don't seem to talk about it in education. And if we think about these areas and work on those areas, we will feel more rewarded and we will feel that we will be able to cope better. If you're like me, I'm pretty poor at physical, particularly in term time, finding time to do exercise, finding time to eat healthily, eating sandwiches on the run while you're doing a rehearsal, or you know, helping another student learn something on their instrument, or opening the room up so they can practice at lunchtime or after school. Sometimes we don't even eat till 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I mean, it's quite normal in a busy educator's life. So I hope that over the lockdown, some of you have done more exercise and feel better. I mean, we've all tried to walk more, or you might want to try, you know, pushing the vacuum cleaner around more, or not just sitting all day watching Netflix. But also the physical aspects and some of the ideas that you could try are, sleep, obviously, and making sure that you eat more healthily, drink more water, try and eat, better food for yourself, and not just in the holidays or not just while we're off work or locked down, but also trying to do that in term time, because if you're not really looking after your physical well-being, then that's going to impact all the other areas, and it's also going to impact how you feel as an educator and how well you cope with the stress of the everyday. Intellectual could be obviously to do with music education and continuing learning. Our mind is really great and positive when we're learning and we're absorbing new information. But you might find, to be honest, that because you're working in education and working in music all day, that you need something different. Why not learn about history, or why not learn about science, or why not learn about business practice? There's some really great tips from high-performing business specialists that really are important and could be used a lot more in education. So challenge yourself to learn something intellectually new. It will keep the brain engaged, you'll keep that positive momentum, and our brain loves it, so do it. Emotional is, of course, your well-being, and it's really very important. But in that, maybe if you're having a bad month, you're feeling really stressed, you're feeling really low, you're worried about burnout, journal. And you're going to go, oh, another to-do list? No, really, it's a great way of writing down your ideas. Do it first thing in the morning, last thing in the evening, and thinking about what you're grateful for. What wonderful things has happened during the day, whether it's at work or whether it's with your family or friends or outside in nature. Really think about what you're grateful for, and it really gives you a chance to change that mindset from the negativity to the positive. What wonderful things have happened, and there's always wonderful things that have happened every day. Just sometimes we miss them because we're so tired, we're stressed, our mind's flipping back and forward from the future to the past. It's talking all nonsense to us, it's being unkind to us. So really take some time. Journaling is a really great way to really connect emotionally. And socially spiritual, this is not necessarily, it doesn't to be religious. It could be connecting with nature, it could be connecting with family members, it could be connecting with meditation. Meditation is a really great way of calming the mind, so it stops it going back and forth between the past and the present, past and the future. The mind wants to do it all the time. really wants to do it all the time. And what we really need to do is work on being in the now. And social spiritual meditation are really great tips for you to try. And you have to find the right meditation for you. Everybody has a different style and everybody has a different thing that they like. It might even just be putting on a meditated music in the background while you're sat outside having a cup of tea looking at nature, or connecting and walking your dog, whatever it is. But the PIES are really, really important for self-care. Have a think. Which ones aren't you so good at the moment? And really, really think about which ones you could work on over the next 14, 21 days to make a difference to your life, to help your brain feel like it's making progress, to help feel more motivated. I hope this tip has helped. I hope you look after your PIES, and I hope you keep self-caring. It's really important. It's something we don't talk enough about in education, and it really is a great tool to help with a long career, whether you're a music teacher or an educator, whether you work from home teaching piano or an instrument, whatever you do, whether for your partner, your friends, your family. Really, self-care is very, very important for mindset and for coping with challenges. So thanks for listening. This is Passionate About Music Education. I hope this gives you some ideas to help you keep being passionate about music and to keep unlocking your potential. I'm Rachel Hardman. Thanks very much for joining me.